Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so I've just started recording the session. So let me say again, this is session 1 in the course of Top Notch Book 3. This is Cambridge syllabus for getting your skills elevated to C1 level and C1 plus. Thank you all for joining me. This is Marwa Seif, and we are going to get started immediately. I was just having like a question to warm you up, to lead, as you know, a lead into the session. I asked this question. Have a look at this picture on the screen. Those two women, and Mrs. Samah told us that it seems that they are getting to know one another. Okay, and I asked her if you know if they know one another. What did you say? Can you just tell us again?
Yes, Miss Marwa.
Yeah.
I can see two people meeting together. I think they already know each other. They
Yes.
are greeting each other. I think one of them is going to go to school, as I suppose so.
Okay, thank you. Anybody
Thank you.
else has another idea? That's wonderful, actually. Anybody to have another idea here? I'm just trying to check the participants, see if somebody's raising his or her hand. Okay, so now clear. All right. So now, of course, Mrs. Samah, I agree with you. Those two women are trying to get acquainted with one another. We will see if they know one another or not. So we're having like a conversation on the left here. What you are going to do is you are going to read and listen to two people meeting and making a small talk. They are meeting and making a small talk. Okay, we will see if they know one another or not, and what expressions they are using to get acquainted, to get to know one another. So let's listen and read at the same time, and after the conversation, I'm going to ask you some questions on the conversation. I just want to assure that the instruction is clear. Are we going to write something? Just tell me. Are we going to write something? Are we going to write something? What's our task
No.
immediately? No. Are we going to read?
Yes.
Okay. Are we going to do something else with reading?
Listening.
Excellent. Okay. Are we going to listen to a reading passage?
No, just a conversation.
Okay, excellent. Okay. What are the questions that I'm asking you now? What are these questions called in methodology? What do we call them? You have two choices. CCQs, concept checking questions, or
ICT?
sorry?
ICQs.
Yes. Excellent. Excellent. Instruction checking questions. I'm checking your understanding of the instructions I just gave you for the task or the activity you are going to tackle. Okay, these are called ICQs and methodology. They are different from the concept checking questions that I use after presenting the vocab or grammatical points. I check the meaning, the understanding of the meaning. These questions are called concept checking questions, referred to as CCQs, but the ones I have just asked you are ICQs, referring to instruction checking questions. So let's get started immediately. You will read the conversation, listen to it. Just a second. Let me just get it. Yeah, there is the conversation model. Sorry for the background noise. Yeah.
Page 4. Conversation model. Exercise A. Read and listen to two people meeting and making small talk.
I'm sorry, guys, please mute yourselves.
You can mute all.
Okay,
Please.
yeah, mute all. All right. Just a second. Mute all. Yes. Okay. All right. And myself, unmute it. Okay, very good. Here we go. Okay, so now you are going to read and listen to the conversation. Let's start.
Page 4. Conversation model. Exercise A. Read and listen to two people meeting and making small talk.
Good morning. Beautiful day, isn't it?
It really is. By the way, I'm Kazuko Toshinaga.
I'm Jane Quitt. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Do you mind if I call you Kazuko?
Absolutely not. Please do.
And please call me Jane.
Okay, now, have you listened to this?
Yes, I have listened to it.
Okay. Now, I'll ask you the same question again. Do these two women know one another?
No.
No, they aren't. No.
Very
They
good. Yeah, that's
they
it.
meet for the
Exactly.
first time.
Yes, they are having like a small talk, getting to know one another. Okay, excellent. Now you are going to listen again and repeat in the pauses. So now, just a second, please mute yourselves, guys. Hello, mute yourselves, please. Okay, very good. Yeah, so now we are going to listen again and let me mute everybody. Okay, having a lot of background noise here. All right. So now we are going to listen again and repeat in the pauses. So the same conversation, but you will listen and repeat in the pauses. You will find that we are having like some pauses in between sentences. And you're going to listen for the rhythm and intonation, by the way, because you are going to practice the conversation after you listen to it. Okay. So let's get started. I'm sorry, that just takes time.
Page 4.
Yeah.
Conversation model. Exercise B. Rhythm and intonation. Listen again and repeat. Then practice the conversation model with a partner.
Good morning. Beautiful day, isn't it?
Good morning. Beautiful day, isn't it?
It really is.
It really is. You have to repeat.
By the way, I'm Kazuko Toshinaga.
His name is very difficult.
I'm Jane Quitt. Nice to meet you.
Really, the accent, is the speaker speaking too fast?
No, I think that the name are very strangers to us because they are Chinese
Yeah.
or Japanese.
Just the name, Kazuko Toshinaga.
Yeah, Kazuko.
Kazuko Toshinaga. Okay, it really is. By the way, I'm Kazuko Toshinaga. Okay, we're going to repeat it one more time. Don't worry. So let's get started.
Kazuko. Yes, we can say Kazuko. We don't say Toshinaga. We can say Kazuko. It's very easy.
As you
I
like,
agree with that too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, you will call her by her first name, by the way, and this is part of the lesson today. This is called that this is on a first name basis. When you are on the first name basis, you call one another by the first name. So when I tell you, for example, you can call me by my first name. You can call me by my first name. This means that you can call me Marwa. Okay, just Marwa, not Mrs. Marwa or Marwa Seif, or the first name and last name, just Marwa. This is to say that we are having like we are on a first name basis. Okay, or you can call me by my first name. Okay, so let's listen again and repeat in the pauses. Just mute yourselves. Okay, I'm sorry for that.
Okay.
Page 4. Conversation model. Exercise B. Rhythm and intonation. Listen again and repeat. Then practice the conversation model with a partner.
Good morning. Beautiful day, isn't it?
It really is.
It really
It
is.
really is. Yeah.
By the way, I'm Kazuko Toshinaga.
I'm Jane Quitt. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Do you mind if I call you Kazuko?
Absolutely not. Please do.
And please call me Jane.
Okay, thank you for watching. Happy watching. I wish that you get anything out of it, the rhythm, the intonation, the expressions. Now I want you in pairs to practice the conversation together. So raise your hand. I'm going to choose a male participant and a female participant, okay, to participate with us. How to participate, what to do exactly to practice the conversation model. Of course, you have it here, this one, okay? So let me check. Yeah, let me check raised hands here. Who wants to? Okay, let me choose. We have Miss Dua and Mr. Ahmed. Miss Dua and Mr. Ahmed, you can start, unmute yourselves. Speaker A and Speaker B. Miss Dua is Speaker A, because ladies first, and Mr. Ahmed is Speaker B. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Good morning. Beautiful day, isn't it?
It really is. By the way, I am Fuzoku.
Tushinaga.
Sorry, it's very difficult for me. Maybe other name.
Tushinaga.
Okay, Kuzuku, Kasku Tushunaga. Kasku Tushunaga. Okay, I repeat it in a good way. Yes, go ahead, miss.
I'm Jane Quet. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Do you mind if I call you Kazuko?
Absolutely not. Please do.
And please call me Jane.
Thanks.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much. Wow, that's great, actually. Wonderful. Okay, so
Thank you.
You're welcome. Wonderful. Okay, we're having here Mrs. Hasna, and I need some male participants. Okay, yeah, Mr. Ahmed. Yeah, just a second. Raised hands. Mr. Muhammad Sabri and Miss Hasna. Okay, if you don't mind.
Yes. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, very well.
Okay. So it's gonna be who's gonna A? I was gonna be.
Ladies first. I said before. Ladies first. So you're Speaker A.
Okay. Good morning, beautiful day, isn't it?
It really is. By the way, I am Kazuko Toshinaga.
I'm doing great. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Do you mind if I call you Kazaku?
Absolutely not. Please do.
Please call me Jane.
Excellent. Wow. Oh my God. Who is the trainer here? Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay, more participants. We're here to practice the language and imitate the rhythm, the intonation, the pronunciation. For example, maybe you noticed that the speakers said, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, not nice to meet you, okay? Nice to meet you. So the t, when it's followed by the ya sound, you'll find that they affect one another. Okay, so this is linking. So you say, nice to meet you, nice to meet you. And sometimes you can say, by the way, nice to meet you, nice to meet you too. Okay, so let me check participants here. We're having here, don't forget to lower your hand, for me not to get confused, okay? Mrs. Shireen, we are having Mrs. Shireen Aidel and Mr. Ahmed, Abdel Mohsen, sorry, Mr. Ahmed Abdel Fattah, you are raising your hand? Yes. Mr. Ahmed Abdel Fattah and Mrs. Shireen, ladies first. So speaker A is Mrs. Shireen, go ahead.
Thanks. Good morning, beautiful day, isn't it?
It really is. By the way, I'm Kazuko Toshinga.
Okay, Kazuko Toshinaga.
Toshinaga, yes.
I'm Jane Quet. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Do you mind if I call you Kazuko?
Absolutely not. Please do.
And please call me Jane.
Okay, good job. Thank you so much. That's great. Thank you so much. Okay, who else wants to share with us? Very good. Okay, so
I'm waiting.
Really? Okay, Mrs. Samahan, who else? Who is our male participant? الفرعون على رأي Mrs. TV reporter. I will not say her name. Okay. Who is going to share? Mrs. Samaha and Mr. Muhammad Ali. You're raising your hand. Wonderful. Okay, so Mrs. Samaha and Mr. Muhammad Ali. Go ahead. Speaker A and Mrs. Samah. Ladies first.
Thank you, Ms. Marwa.
You're welcome.
Good morning.
You
Yeah.
always take the initiative and just give us an opportunity to take the initiative.
Okay. At your service, sir.
Shall I begin?
Okay,
Shall I
no,
begin?
okay, no problem. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Good morning. Beautiful day, isn't it?
It really is. By the way, I'm Kazuko Toshinaga.
I'm Jane Quet. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Do you mind if I call you Kazuko?
Absolutely not. Please do.
And please call me Jane.
Oh my God, that's great, actually. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day, isn't it? It's a
With
beautiful
you, my
day.
dear.
It sure is. Okay. Nice night, isn't it?
Excuse me, Miss Marwa. What
Yes.
does the TP reporter stand for?
The TV reporter, Yasmina, is I'm
No,
referring
no,
to
no.
that.
I'm asking for the TP.
TV. I mean TV reporter.
TV. I
Yeah, I
heard
said
the
that.
TP.
Okay, don't worry. TV reporter, I mean.
Okay,
Okay,
thank
I
you.
refer to Yasmina is because she always
Okay,
said,
I know, but I have a confusion between TP and TV.
yes, okay, don't worry. Everything is okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so now time for expressions. Time for expressions. How do we address one another? If we are getting acquainted to one another, getting to know one another, what do we say? What do we call or ask somebody about how to be addressed? How to call that person? Shall I say Mr. Muhammad, for example, or just Muhammad, or just Mr. Muhammad Ali? Should I say Mr. Ali? I mean to call that person by the first name or the last name, or maybe the title and the last name, or maybe if he has like a nickname اللي هو اسم الشهرة, okay, أو اسم المختصر, for example. So let's have a look at these expressions. You are going to listen to them and repeat in the pauses. You are going to listen and repeat to the expressions or ways to ask about proper address. Proper address. I mean, how to address somebody, what to call that person. So you ask him or her a question about how to address them, because it's first time to meet them, and you're just asking them about how to address them. Yeah.
Page 4. Ways to ask about proper address. Listen and repeat.
Do you mind if I call you Kazuko?
Do you mind if I call you Kazuko?
Would it be rude to call you Kazuko? What would you like to be called? How do you prefer to be addressed? Do you use Ms. or Mrs.?
Okay. Now, please have a look at speaker A, that part, the first sentence. Good morning, beautiful day, isn't it? What's the grammatical point applied or implemented in this sentence? Good morning, beautiful day, isn't it?
I think a question tag, miss. Question tag?
Excellent, that's it.
Tag
Question
question.
tags. Okay,
Yeah.
sometimes we call them tag questions also.
Tag questions,
Okay.
yes. The
Okay,
same meaning.
why do
Okay.
you, all right. Of course, I guess all of you are teachers of English, so that you are the ones who should teach me how to use the question tag, the use and the form and everything. I just have a question here. Why do we use tag questions in the first place? Why? Why do we have like question tags in the English language? What for? What do we need them for? Why do we need them?
May I answer?
For the
Unmute and speak
sentence.
immediately. Yeah, somebody is speaking already. Who's going to answer?
Yeah, can I?
Okay.
To assure the sentence.
To assure the sentence, to confirm the information. Okay, very good. What else? Mr. Muhammad Ali and Mr. Ahmed were raising their hands. Mr. Muhammad Ali, go ahead.
And I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
Okay, why do we need the tag questions? Why do we use them in the English language in the first place?
We use the tag question just in order to confirm a piece of information that had just been said.
Excellent, excellent, wonderful. Anything else? Thanks, Master. That's brilliant, actually. Mrs. Dua is raising her hand. Go ahead.
Okay, maybe to emphasize a piece of information or to wonder. We can use it
Excellent.
to wonder.
Yes. Okay, very good. Thank you. Mr. Muhammad Sabri is raising his hand. Go ahead.
Yes, after my friends said to confirm information, also to make a conversation with someone, encourage someone to speak with you, make a dialogue
Small
with him,
talk.
or speak with someone. Yes.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much. Okay, so we either confirm the information that we already think is true, or to encourage somebody to make small talk with us, okay? Especially if we're getting to know somebody. Okay, so of course you're familiar with how to form the question tags or the tag questions. Please mute yourselves. Okay. Just a second, let me mute all. Good mothers here. We're having good mothers. Okay, we are having the when the sentence is affirmative, we use the negative, and when the sentence is negative, we're having the affirmative. This is not the topic of today, or this is not the grammatical point to teach today, because this is, we are tackling advanced level. So the advanced part of this grammatical point is in a sentence like this one on the screen, if you can see it. I'm on time. I am on time. Aren't I? Why don't I say amn't I? Why do I say aren't I? Why don't I say amn't I? Though when it is I am not late, I say am I? I am not late, am I? This is correct, by the way. But when it's on time, aren't I? Why do I say aren't I, not amn't I? Who can tell me about that? This is the advanced part of the grammatical rule. Mr. Muhammad Ali is raising your hand. Are you raising your hand, or this is from the last activity?
So just personal, I think this is related to 2 points when teaching grammar or in grammar in general. These are called prescriptive rules and descriptive rules. So prescriptive rules usually refer to the rules that have been said by the native speakers themselves. So, for example, we say that why, he, she, it take s at the end of the verb. Why am, I takes am. Why he takes is. So these are called prescriptive rules. Why after am is are, we must add the to the verb ing. So these are called the prescriptive rules. The second part is
okay.
The second part is descriptive rules. So in some informal cases, we usually in spoken language, people don't tend to stick to these rules. So for example, sometimes we hear that he don't instead of saying he doesn't. So this is common. So this is called descriptive rules. So I think these are related to prescriptive rules. And I always tell my students about this as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Quran, علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taught a man to call an apple as tufaha, masalan, a monkey as a qurt, and so on. Okay. And just by the way, one final thing, I'm sorry.
Don't worry. Okay, we're all ears.
On time, aren't I? I can also say am I not. So this is also
okay. So you mean that there is no reason for that? We have to take it for granted. That's where what you are trying to say. But this is because it's a language, and we don't have to ask about the reason why it is so or blah blah. No, actually we are having a reason here. I will ask you a question, a leading question, to get you to infer the reason behind it. Though I agree with you, of course, what you said is, yeah, I guess mostly true, of course. In most of the language, yes, it's yes in most of languages, but here there is a reason. Look at the tag question here. Is it in the complete form or in the short form? Is it made by having the auxiliary verb or the weak form of the verb and the pronoun? Do you agree with me? Yes. Is it short form or complete sentence, complete form of the question? Just yes, say yes or no.
It isn't usual to use the
short abbreviation.
the abbreviation of
Yeah, short abbreviation, not long.
So it must be, yes, Mr. Stay, thank you, and our colleague, thank you so much. Okay, so it must be short form. It must be the abbreviation. So do we have the abbreviation in the English language, AMNT, that comes from am not? Do we have this abbreviation? Do you ever, when you teach your students, say AMNT, AMNT, AMNT? Do you say so? Is it correct?
No.
No, that's the reason why we can't do it like this. It must be abbreviated. It must be short form. So we can say amn't I. There is nothing called in the English language amn't I. There is nothing. There's no form like this in the first place. So they take something else, a substitute, another alternative, which is aren't I, because we don't have the amn't I in the first place. We don't have, there is nothing called like this. I can abbreviate, for example, or contract I plus am. I say, for example, or I am, it's okay, but I don't say amn't. No, I say I am not. There is nothing called amn't, okay? So that's why we can't use it. But here we have not late. Again, I'm not late, am I? That's okay, we can say so. This is an advanced part of the grammatical rule here. I'm wondering if you are having like if you crave for, or you want me to have like a practice on the question tags. I have like a game on the internet if you want to practice, or maybe you're familiar with it and you don't want to practice that part. You just assure me. Do you want to have a game, an online game on the question tags?
Yes.
Okay, sure. Just a second.
Yeah, with pleasure. With pleasure. We are waiting patiently.
Okay. Let me just not responding, okay? Sometimes. Okay, that just takes time. Yeah. No, not the intonation. I need the tag question itself. Sorry, that takes time. I'm having here like a game. Can you see the game? We're going to practice it together for fun and to revise that part. Just a second. I know, but I just want it to be from the very beginning of the rule. Just a second of the game. That takes time, maybe because of the internet. Okay. Okay, so number one, who is going to share? Who is going to share? Is ready? Unmute and speak immediately. Just one participant. Unmute. This is blah, 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 and answer. He isn't your boss. He isn't your boss.
He?
Excellent. Excellent. And this one. And this one.
They?
Did
they? Excellent. Thank you. Wonderful. And this one.
Does she?
Does she? Excellent. This one.
Didn't he?
Didn't he?
Excellent. Can we say, did your friend? Can we say, did your friend?
Yes.
Yes.
No, we can't. It must be a pronoun. We can say, okay?
Yeah.
We can say.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
We don't use names.
Yes, just pronouns and auxiliary
Just
verbs
pronouns.
or the weak form of the
Here.
verb. Okay, yeah. Sorry for that. Just a
Doesn't.
second. Yeah,
Are
this
they?
one, he plays the guitar.
Doesn't
he?
Doesn't
he?
he? Excellent. Okay.
Are
Was
they?
Are they?
Are they? This one.
Were they?
Were they?
Were they?
Were they? Excellent. They were
Weren't
watching
they?
together.
Weren't they? Weren't they?
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, she doesn't work on Fridays.
Does she?
Does she?
Excellent.
Time.
Okay.
Have
They
they?
haven't been to
Have
Paris.
they?
They.
Have they?
Have they? Excellent. Okay.
Won't
Won't
she?
she?
Won't she?
Won't she? Excellent. He wasn't drinking
Was
coffee.
he?
Was he?
Excellent. Yes. My
Can
mom can
she?
help.
Can't she?
Can she?
Wonderful. She's
Hasn't
hold on.
she?
Hasn't she?
Hasn't she? Excellent.
Aren't
Excellent.
they?
Aren't they? Okay. Thank you so much. That has been very awesome. Thank you. Wonderful participants here. Okay.
Is he?
Man,
Okay. That's great. Let's move on to something else. So back to the conversation. I want you to have a look at it. Please find a question tag here. Find the question tag in the conversation
Isn't he?
model.
Isn't
Number
he?
Isn't
1A.
Excellent.
Isn't it?
Isn't it? Yes, this one. Excellent. Thank
Isn't
you.
it?
First one.
That's it. Thank you. Excellent.
This is the only one.
Yes. Now for the intonation of the tag questions. Read this sentence, please. People use first names here. Don't they? Don't they? Don't they? What do we call this? Is this rising or falling intonation?
Rising.
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 Excellent. Excellent. So my voice is louder and strong at the end or at the beginning?
At the
At the
end.
end.
Excellent. Excellent. And we will try to infer or conclude why do I use or when do I use the rising intonation for the tag questions? I mean, to convey which message? Is it for confirming the correctness of information or to indicate that the speaker expects the listener to agree with him or her? Okay, so here we're having two patterns of intonation, the rising intonation at this part of the page and the falling intonation at this part of the page. So you are going to listen and try to infer which meaning or which message is being conveyed and what kind of intonation here. So just a second. So you're having like 3 sentences, 1, 2, 3 here and 1, 2, 3 here, the same sentences, but different intonation and different message to convey. Of course, all of you know that in having like a certain pattern of intonation, we convey certain message or certain meaning to the listener. Maybe I want to confirm the information, the correctness of the information I'm conveying to the listener. Or maybe I want to make sure that the speaker expects me to agree, or I expect the listener to agree with me. Okay, so let's listen, and I will ask you after listening to this part, the first part here, 1, 2, 3 on the left, the part on the left, about which kind of intonation is this and what message to convey. Just a second. Yes. Is it 1.6 or 1.7? Let me check. It's 1.6, yeah. Okay. 1.6 here, 1.6. So you will read and listen at the same time. And you will repeat, by the way.
Page 5. Pronunciation. Rising and falling intonation of tag questions. Exercise A. Rising intonation usually indicates that the speaker is confirming the correctness of information. Read and listen. 1,
People use first names here, don't they?
2,
That meeting was great, wasn't it?
3,
It's a beautiful day for a walk, isn't it?
Now listen again and repeat.
People use first names here, don't they?
That meeting was great, wasn't it?
It's a beautiful day for a walk, isn't it?
Okay, now I want you to